welcome everybody to another edition of Citizens of the Stars, our weekly look at the amazing content creations made by you, the Star Citizen community. So to start us off this week, let's throw it over to Tyler Nolan and this week's Citizen Spotlight.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another edition of Citizen Spotlight. I'm Community Manager Tyler Nolan, and I have a special guest that I'd like to introduce you to. Tell us who you are and what you do for the Crux Cup.
I am Algared. My name's Algared. Everyone calls me Al, because, you know. And I am basically a public relations recruitment officer. But in the Crux Cup, I am the law dude.
Now, the Crux Cup is the original backer-organized racing event in Star Citizen. Tell us a little bit more about the Crux Cup.
Well, the Crux Cup is, as you said, an annual event. We have 3 events: the Aurora Classic, an open category, and this year the new A-Crux Championship. Any citizen with a package can join. Registration is free, and the prize pool of around $1,600 this year in chips is all donated.
And how did you guys get started in all this?
Well, the Crux Cup was initially started in 2015 as a way to remember the Anzacs and the first landing at Gallipoli 100 years on. We wanted to do something special within the community, and we came up with the racing event.
Now you have 3 different races that citizens can compete in. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, we've got the Aurora Classic, the ideal race for any beginner, and the first prize in that is the LTI Hurricane. The open category this year is for those with a need for speed. Entrants to that can fly any available ship, and the first prize in that category will be an LTI Eclipse. And the newest category, the A-Crux, racers seeking to enter this prestigious race will need to submit a lap time on the Deford track. And only the top 24 times will be actually competing for the title of A-Crux, the brightest star, and a chance to win the LTI Banu Defender and Katu Al Scout with 24 months insurance as the first prize.
That's great. Algared, thank you so much for joining us this week.
See you in the verse.
Now, if you want to find out more about the Crux Cup, you can do so by visiting the website linked in the description below. Up next, let's see what's going on this week in Star Citizen.
Hey everyone, Tyler Whitkin here. Welcome to another installment of Citizen Spotlight, where we put a developer in the hot seat to answer as many questions as they can in just under 2 minutes. Now, joining us this week is Player Relations Agent Benjamin McMonnies. Hey Mac, how are you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for asking. Now, how well do you think you're going to do today?
I'm going to try my best. We'll see what happens.
All right, well, let's do just that. I've got 2 minutes on the clock, starting now. What is your name and what do you do at CIG?
Benjamin McMonnies, Player Relations Agent.
Perfect. What is Player Relations?
It comprises of e-commerce, game support, tech support. We also handle the Evocati and help with publishing, feedback, things like that.
Speaking of Evocati, what is the Evocati test flight?
Crazy bunch of guys and gals willing to get into some very unstable builds to help us out with feedback and bug reporting.
Yes, all of you are awesome. Now, do you have any hobbies outside of work?
Yeah, I'm a voice actor and narrator. I was actually the voice for Trouble at Drake.
That's awesome. Can you do any impressions, maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger or something?
Yes, I can.
Go on.
Ow! Tyler Whitkin, you came all the way to California, but you didn't lift any weights with me. Oh!
That was amazing. Alrighty, next question. What is your favorite... Did you just take snacks out of your pocket in the middle?
No.
Okay, let's go on. What is your favorite ship?
I like the Crucible. It's blue collar. I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Okay, great. Favorite feature coming in Star Citizen Alpha 3.0?
The Ursa rover. I'm looking forward to driving around on a few moons.
Great. What profession will your character have in the Star Citizen universe?
I'm planning on being an engineer on an Idris.
Great. Can you talk about what the next concept cell might be?
Nah, it's a little buggy right now.
I see what you did there. Favorite moon in 3.0?
Yella. I like the ice kind of environment. It reminds me of Hoth from Star Wars, things like that. So.
Okay, great. With your experience in player relations, what piece of advice can you give the backers?
If you don't have MFA enabled on your account, go enable it.
That's great. Now, is it true that in the first 2 months of working at CIG, you played a match against Star Marine against Chris Roberts and you killed him repeatedly?
Pass.
We are out of time anyways. You dodged that bullet. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule, coming and doing this with us. Well, that makes 10 questions for Mac, which is not bad at all. Make sure to tune in next week to find out who's going to be taking on the hot seat next. See you then.
Howdy folks, I'm Alexis and it's time for another episode of Subconscious. Subscribers only, please. Last week I asked you to share videos of your most ridiculous stunts using the Constellation test ship available to subscribers all month long. And here's what we got. That was very disappointing, subscribers. I want you to do better. You have one more week to do something truly impressive with your loner constellations, so don't let me down. I'd also promised you last week that we'd reveal the next holographic space station model, and the time has come. On Friday, all subscribers will receive a model of, that's right, the big O itself, Olisar. Port Olisar was the first large space station we made available in the persistent universe, and now you can have your very own holographic version in your hangar. That about wraps up this week. You can expect a new Vault update on Thursday, and looking ahead, there will be a brand new jump point next week. Until next time, I'll see you in the den.
Hey everybody, Ben Lesnick here. Welcome to Quantum Top 5 and MVP, the part of our show where we ask me top 5 community things.
Number 5, 5 Merlins in a Caterpillar by Warbot. What happens when you put 5 Merlins in a caterpillar? Warbot has your answer. Number 4, RSI bracelet and star map by Crimsomere. Some pretty fancy fashion for the verse. Number 3, Lego Drake Caterpillar by Pelkey. At least you know going into it this one's going to be modular. Number 2, Nox fan art by Engineer. Engineer has created some really cool World War II inspired paint schemes for the Nox, including a RAF Spitfire and a USAF B-51 Mustang. Pretty cool. Number 1 and MVP is The Ballad of Legate and Kinshadow by Mufasa75. If any of you remember the early days of Wingman's Hangar and some of the crazy community antics from back then, this is some of those recorded in folk song form. Give it a listen. For Top 5, this is Ben Lesnick. Back to you, Jared.
Well, that about wraps up this week's show. A special thanks to Algared and Benjamin McMonnies for appearing on the show this week. Also, don't forget, buyback tokens come out July 11th, so if you have one saved up, you better use it quickly because they don't stack. For Citizens of the Stars, I'm Community Content Manager Jared Huckabee, and we'll see you next week, everybody.
Thank you for watching. So if you want to keep up with the latest and greatest in Star Citizen and Squadron 42's development, please follow us on our social media channels. See you soon.